Wow. Way to pick them, Gordy. That's all right. But, you know, addictions are addictions no matter how big or small. Karen Degen, thank you. I loved this time every fortnight where you give us little snippets and tools about how we can address things in our lives. But addictions, they can be big and small, can't they?
They can. They can be as small as an addiction to chocolate. Yeah. And funnily enough, every time, often when I'm doing a group demonstration of EFT, I'll offer to clear someone of their addiction to chocolate, and no one ever wants to be cleared of their addiction to chocolate. They want to keep it.
Well, you think it's innocent, don't you?
You do.
But things start small, maybe it can fester, can't they, and become bigger?
Well, you know, addictions, and it doesn't matter what they are, addictions are things that we either do or use that distract us from thinking and feeling.
Right.
And that's why, well, last time I was here we talked about weight loss and how the main reason most diets don't work is they don't address the emotional contributors. So food can be an addiction. We overeat or comfort eat, and it's some ways no different from alcohol, drugs, many other things. I mean, why do so many people come home on a Friday night or go out on a Friday night and have drinks? Because alcohol works brilliantly to block out all those thoughts and feelings about work that we just want to forget about. I'm not saying we should do it, I'm saying it works. So do drugs. I mean, drugs work. Not saying we should do them, they're terrible things. But the fact is, they work to block out those thoughts and feelings we don't want to have. And that's what addictions are. And, you know, you and I were talking before about Facebook as an addiction, a new sort of upcoming one. And people who are addicted to Facebook, you might think, oh, that's not so bad, but it really is because you're using it as a way of not being in real life. You know, I've even had people who've been addicted to gaming. And, you know, you're totally out of reality then. You don't have to deal with your own problems. You don't have to deal with your own life. And so that's what addictions are. They really distract you from the stuff that you're not ready to deal with.
And people say that you potentially have an addictive personality. Does that exist?
I don't know. I think that might be an excuse sometimes. I mean, the thing is, addictions, as I say, if you've got a lot of emotions, perhaps, you know, unresolved emotions from the past or stress that's current, then you're more likely to turn to, say, alcohol or something like that. I mean, after the earthquake, so many people started drinking more. I had one friend, she told me, I'm buying cheaper wine now, Karen, because I'm buying 4 bottles a week instead of 1.
Oh, jeepers. Yeah, right. Yeah, not really fixing it, is it? Yeah.
And lots of people who had given up smoking started again because the stress had come up during that period and they didn't have good stress coping tools, which of course is one of the things I do. I help people to deal with stress. I help people to resolve and deal with their emotions so they've got inner peace. And when we've got inner peace, we don't need alcohol, drugs, food. We don't need anything like that when we're feeling at peace inside. So that's really the answer, to address the reasons why you need them.
Well, if someone has an addiction, they actually recognise that, okay, this is probably not normal. If I can't go a day, I'm addicted to sea salt kettle chips, just putting that out there. They're amazing. I'd probably have a handful every day. I mean, but in all seriousness though, if you do recognise there is something that you have to do all the time, what should you do? Obviously
come see me. I use, as you know, a form of energy psychology known as EFT, and it works brilliantly for clearing those beliefs, thoughts or emotions that you just can't get over on your own. And then you truly can be free. It's like, you know how there's this old belief, and it's actually true, that if you give up smoking you start eating a lot. The reason for that is, Andrea, they haven't addressed the reason why they needed the cigarettes in the first place, so they're simply swapping one tranquiliser for another. Tranquiliser, I mean tranquilising down your thoughts and feelings. They're simply swapping smoking for food because they haven't dealt with why they needed it in the first place.
Okay, so it is really quite simple. What you've just acknowledged then is that if you've acknowledged it, fantastic, and big ups to you for doing that firstly, but is to just give you a call or go to your website, which is so informative, setfree.co.nz, and come to you and have a chat, have a conversation, and then start those steps on the road. And there we are, set free with EFT, emotional freedom techniques. Phone 03 332 0526. You can drop Karen an email. Remember that website, setfree.co.nz. Thanks so much, Karen.
Thank you,
Good on
Andrea.
you.